Hi, everyone. It's Andrea coming back with a testimony for this week. Okay, so you guys, as soon as I put out that video about the marked and this whole thing about the Hippocratic Oath, believe it or not, that was, I think, on Saturday last weekend. Monday evening, I started to fall ill. Now, was this a test? I don't know. But I have to talk about this because to me, it is a miracle. And again, we are to rely on our Father. Now, what I will tell you is that you cannot mess with fevers. Okay. The first thing I'm going to tell you, you cannot mess with a fever. Okay. With your children or with yourselves, because once you go to 103, you need to go to the hospital. You guys, I was there. So Monday night, I started feeling a really bad pressure headache. And the next day I had my gutter guys coming in and fixing my gutters. And I knew that about 3:00 in the morning on Tuesday that I was falling really sick. So if you look on the screen, you'll see these Emergent-C 1,000 milligram of vitamin C packets. So I had bought in some of these over the winter because of winter illnesses and things like that. And sometimes I like to take a precautionary vitamin C packet here and there. So I got up and I was like, well, maybe I'm just dehydrated. You don't know, you can't diagnose yourself. So I got a big Yeti, threw a bunch of ice in it and a bunch of water. And this Emergency, I put a pack in. And I just drank that. My head was pounding. And I was like, either I have a really bad sinus infection coming in or I have some sort of an infection. I don't know. So the first sign was a headache, really bad, excruciating, like a migraine. And I don't ever get headaches. That's the first indication that I'm getting sick. Really sick is a headache because I never get sick. And I just put that video out. It was kind of weird timing, but maybe not. Anyway, so I get up the next morning, I'm supposed to have these gutter guys come in, and I'm now deathly sick. Okay. And I'm telling you, fever, chills, extreme hot. I mean, I was going from teeth shattering chills to profusely sweating. So I know I have a fever. I mean, that's what, when your kids have a fever, right? Now my headache's so bad that I literally can't lift my head off my pillow. So I'm drinking this vitamin C. I forgot that I had this super echinacea. So I added the echinacea that day. Okay. This was Tuesday. The gutter guys came in, did what they needed to do. I was so deathly sick. I could barely even get out of bed. Like I said, I was so sick. Now my daughter even was like, Mom, you're never sick. I'm like, I know, I'm never sick. And I even on that video was like, I haven't been sick for 5 years. I mean, other than colds and things like that, but this was different. I had a fever. I don't have a thermometer in my house, but I'm pretty sure that it was probably right around 102.5 to 103. It was to a point that if it didn't break, I was going to have to go to MedExpress because you can't live and not sleep. I mean, you have to sleep. So, excuse me. All right. So that's Tuesday. And I'm giving you this testimony so that you guys can order this stuff if you feel led to do it. Okay. Now, Tuesday about midnight comes and I am like miserable. I am so miserable that I'm like, Father, if this fever doesn't break, if you don't break this fever, I mean, I'm going to have to go to MedExpress. That I don't want to go in. I'm here negotiating with the Father, right? And I'm like, I'm just praying. You said to come to you and you know that I'm sick. You live inside of us. I need your help and I need you to break this fever because if you don't, I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to take some ibuprofen, which I don't want to take anything. And so it doesn't break. And I'm like, well, if I need to take that ibuprofen to avoid going to the emergency room, I'm going to have to do it. So I had some baby liquid stuffed away in a drawer. And I was like, well, it's only 10 milligrams. Maybe if I take a 10 milligrams of that, maybe it'll help. Maybe it'll just knock it off enough so that I don't have to go to MedExpress. I mean, the worst thing is once you get to the hospital there, you're there for all day, number one. And number two, they're just going to give you, they're going to give you the things that you don't want to go into your temple, like antibiotics. And I refuse to do that. So fever doesn't break. Fever doesn't break. Now we're on Wednesday, and I get up in the morning after praying and miserable all night, just saying, I can't go to the Med Express. I'm not going to do it. But I'm asking for you to break this. So I take this little thing, doesn't help. And I'm like, okay, well, it didn't help. Then my daughter had some Advil for menstrual pain. And which she rarely, I don't even think she take it. None of us take anything, but I did find some. And I was like, well, I've got to break this fever. So Father, please forgive me. I'm going to take at least a round of this if it breaks. Well, sure enough, I went to sleep. I took 3 of the 80 milligrams. I went to sleep as best as I could because my head was pounding. Meanwhile, drinking my super echinacea and my vitamin C. And I woke up from a nap and I was feeling a little better. Still had the shivers, still had my, the heat, like literally from sweat to chills. A little bit, it was not as bad as it was the day before, but I still had it. And I said, well, it doesn't look like this is breaking. So I prayed even more and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to just keep taking this aspirin if it's not going to work, obviously. I mean, maybe I'm really sick. Maybe I have the flu. Maybe I literally have the flu. I don't know. It was some sort of an infection because you don't get that kind of chills without an infection. And so I'm sleeping throughout the day. Now we're on day 2, which was Wednesday. So I wake up from my nap and I hear the Father say, coriander medicinal. I'm like, what? Like literally, do I need to go eat my cilantro in my garden? Like I was like, so sure enough, I'm like, well, maybe there's like the super echinacea. Maybe there's a coriander. Sure enough, I have it right in front of me. It's actually a pretty big bottle of this coriander here. It's so amazing. So I'm like, okay, if that's what you want me to do. So I order it. I get it Thursday morning, still not at all feeling good, right? So I can't go to work. And as all of you guys know that on my channel, I'm very open. I deliver Uber and I do shopping for customers and I have preferred customers. And that's how I make my living. I make daily money, right? We're not supposed to live beyond the day, right? So, but if I don't make money, can't pay my bills, right? So I'm miserable. So I'm on day 3 now. Comes in Thursday morning and I'm like, okay. So I do the directions. It's 40 drops. Yeah, it's 40 drops. So I take my big Yeti. I'm still doing my vitamin C. Be careful with this vitamin C though. If you overdose on it, which I was starting to overdose, my stomach got real upset. Just be careful. Maybe do half a packet if you're going to order this stuff. This would be for like emergencies. I'm not saying now you can do it daily if you want. It can be an immune, right? An herbal immune product. But because I don't tend to want to take anything every day, I'm using these products as kind of emergencies. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to trust you, Father. So the fever is starting to get better, not perfect. So as soon as I get the coriander, I put it in my big Yeti and I am still drinking like, I don't know, a big thing of Yeti at least 1 a day or every 12 hours or 2 a day. So that's all day Thursday. And I'm napping and I'm sleeping and I'm resting and I'm trying to just minimal stuff just to let my body rest. Because I knew if I got into the medical system, you guys, they're going to give you the antibiotics and all that. The worst thing is to keep that fever going. You have to break that fever within 24 hours or like we all know that with our children, or you're going to have to take them to the doctor. And so I did not want to walk into that Med Express by all means. And I said, Father, if this doesn't work, I have to trust you and I'm going to trust you. I'm going to give it one more day. So this was all day Thursday. I started feeling a little better. And I'm like, okay, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Finally able to take a shower and like literally feel like a human. Super sick. And I've never felt like this before. So I felt like I might have had the flu. Okay, so here we go. Then I get allergies really bad, but it surely didn't seem like that's what it was. All right. So Friday I have to work. I have no other choice. I can't be off of work for more than that many days, right? So I'm mustering up. I'm just weak because I've been, sick. So I get in my car and around 3:00 in the afternoon, I get this wave of like, because I'm still drinking all this stuff, of like tiredness, but also of relief. Like it's just this, Okay, Andrea, you don't have that headache anymore. It's okay. So not to be melodramatic, but I am telling you guys, this worked. And today is Saturday, and I woke up and I feel 1,000% better. I'm just going to do this last round today of this vitamin C, the super echinacea, and the coriander, and that's it. And then I'm done. You guys, I didn't have to go to MedExpress. That's my whole point. Okay. So, but don't mess with the fever. If you have to break it, I asked for forgiveness. I said, I know that this fever is bad. And I know. So then upon that, okay. And again, remember, I'm not practicing it. So you have to remember, don't keep practicing things. Don't keep putting things in your temple. But if you have to break a fever, you cannot go longer than 24 hours or you will have to go to the hospital. And then the other things can start to happen. And then it gets worse. And then now you're really in the care of the doctor. So please take this advice. At least get the coriander. That's what he gave me. And then he had also given me red kelp a long time ago. And I think people that have watched me for a number of years have, the father had given me red kelp as a supplement for colds and things like that as well. Anyway, you guys, I'm feeling 1,000% better. If you could have seen me 3 days ago, I was looking like death. Like seriously, I was so sick. I literally couldn't lift my head off the pillow. It was that bad. So I'm just giving you a testimonies of natural medicines. He gave us natural medicine and herbs and things that grow out of this earth for healing. Please take it all back to the Father. Please just ask him for the healing. Trust that he will do the good work in you and give it more than the 24 hours, but break your fever if you have to. Okay. I mean, a knee pain or something like that may not be worth it, to not wait at least 3 days or something. If he can heal you through some medicinal, he'll give it to you. You just need to be patient. All right. So I hope this served you well, and thank our Father in heaven for everything that he's leading us to, that we don't go to the white coats for anything. Okay. We don't go to the white coats for false pills and antibiotics and all of these other things. The Father will lead you. God bless.